Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has directed to make a master plan for all departments and district level to provide sewage systems and clean water. She said these things while inaugurating Dosherkandi Sewage Treatment Plant and Pagla Sewage Treatment Plant at the Bangabandhu International Conference Center in the morning. She said Dosherkandi Sewage Treatment Plant in a project under implementation on 24 hectares of land which will be able to serve 50 million Dhaka residents by treating 50 million litres of sewage daily. The government is giving importance to the use of surface water rather than underground water, added she, urging everyone to the vigil in the use of water and electricity. The head of government said all systems will be digitized so that there is no chance of bill evasion. She also said that developed projects are being undertaken keeping in mind the issues of Bangladesh global climate change. Sheikh Hasina urged WASA to be more proactive in ensuring citizen benefits. Visiting U.S. Under Secretary for Civilian Security, Democracy and Human Rights, Uzra Jaya has met Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at Ganabhavan in the capital on Thursday morning. At that time, she was accompanied by U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for the Bureau of South and Central Asian Affairs, Donald Lu, and Deputy Assistant Administrator of the Bureau for Asia, USA, Anjali Kaur. Various issues, including upcoming national elections, human rights, Rohingya situation, were discussed at the meeting. It is learned on Wednesday the U.S. delegation visited Palokhali Rohingya camp at Ukia in Cox's Bazar. Visiting U.S. Under Secretary Uzra Jaya has also held a meeting with the Law Minister. He said there was no discussion on caretaker government issue. The Digital Security Act has been discussed. At the end of the meeting, the Law Minister told journalists. U.S. Under Secretary Uzra Jaya held a meeting with the Law Minister at the Secretariat at 10:30 a.m. When the journalists present asked for details about the meeting, the Law Minister said that the United States wants to see fair elections in Bangladesh. In this regard, the ministry said that the current legal framework related to elections is capable of organizing fair elections. However, the Law Minister did not clarify what was said about fair elections. The number of dengue patients is increasing across the country. Hospitals in the capital have more patients than their capacity. Doctors are struggling to provide treatment. In the last 24 hours, 99 people have been infected with dengue in Chattogram. According to the Civil Surgeon's Office, 45 patients are admitted in government hospitals and 54 patients are admitted in private hospitals. 1,113 people have been affected by dengue in Chattogram so far this year. Among them, 295 dengue patients were found in July. Meanwhile, Chattogram government hospitals are talking about all kinds of preparations to handle the pressure of patients. Meanwhile, the dengue clutched most of the areas with rising patients in some 8 districts. Under such circumstances, the government has decided to reduce the dengue test rate by half. In Kurigram, the water level of all the river is increasing for the 3rd time. Along with that, severe erosion has occurred on the river banks. On the other hand, at Lalmonirhat, Tista River water is flowing 19 centimeter above the danger mark. All the rivers, including Brahmaputra, Dharola, Dudkumar in Kurigram, continue to rise. Dudkumar River water is flowing 8 centimeter above the flood line in Patashwari Point. Due to the 3rd phase of water increase, water is again entering the houses in the low-lying areas along the river banks. Besides, with the increase in water, erosion has become severe at 26 points. On the other hand, Tista water flowing above danger mark in Lalmonirhat. There is a possibility of rising water in 4 upajilas, including Hatibandha, Kaliganj, Aditmari and Shodor. Incessant rains have caused severe erosion in the Tangal section of Amuna River. The people of several upajilas of the eastern bank have lost their homes. Locals complain that the Water Development Board has not taken any necessary measures to prevent erosion. However, the Water Development Board denied the complaint. The local MP has promised to build a permanent dam within a year. Hundreds of settlements in Tituliapara of Govindasi in Bhuapur have been lost in the river due to severe erosion. Meanwhile, recognizing the severity of the erosion, the Upazila administration has announced to list the victims and provide emergency assistance. No aspirant can oppose the current MPs while campaigning for Awami League ahead of the 12th National Parliament elections. Voters should be attracted by highlighting the development of the government without citizen each other. Awami League President and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has given such instructions. Central leaders of Awami League confirmed this to DBC News. Awami League nomination aspirants are plowing the field ahead of the general election. Many people have been accused of defaming the names of MPs while campaigning. A local candidate called a rally in Bagmara of Rajshahi in the name of Eid Reunion on July 1. From this rally, they brought up various misdeeds of local MP Enamul Haq and announced to fight him in the area. The Awami League president gave strict instructions in this regard in the party's parliamentary board meeting on July 3. Awami League leaders said that there may be misunderstanding within the party, but if any leader does not work for a nominated candidate, he will have to face organizational measures. The capital will be under security till Friday, centering the rally of BNP and Awami League. The operation will continue along with the search at every turn. Dhaka Metropolitan Police said that extensive security has been taken to avoid any untoward incident. BNP held a rally in capital's Noabolton on Wednesday demanding the fall of the government. On the same day, Awami League held a peace rally at the south gate of Baitul Mukarram Mosque. The Dhaka Metropolitan Police has tightened security around the gathering of two large groups within 1.5 kilometers across the capital and surrounding areas. Police, detectives and members of various agencies work in the area around the rally. Besides, all the CCTV cameras of the police are activated and it is supervised by IGP, DMP Commissioner and other senior officials. DMP will maintain strict surveillance till Friday for the safety of citizens. Responding to BNP's announcement of 1 point demanding Sheikh Hasina-led government resignations, dissolve of parliament and restoration of caretaker government, provision to the constitution, Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said no election without Sheikh Hasina will be allowed to take place in Bangladesh. He stated it while speaking at the chief guest at a peace rally at the south gate of Baitul Mukarram National Mosque on Wednesday afternoon. Dhaka City North and South Awami League organized the rally. Disregarding the rain, the leaders and activists of the party continued to come to the rally with a procession at the scheduled time. The entire assembly hall erupted with slogans. Qadir said BNP is colluding with anti-Islamic forces. He said that those who were friends of Bangladesh during the Liberation War and still friends to this country. Later, Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir said that their 1 point is the constitutional election. BNP has announced programs to press home its 1 point demand for resignation of Sheikh Hasina-led Awami League government before the next general election. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir announced the programs at the party's grand rally at Noabolton in the capital on Wednesday afternoon. Mirza Fakhrul said Sheikh Hasina's resignation is the only demand right now. The party called for dissolving parliament, reorganizing the election commission, releasing all political prisoners including BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia, lifting all false cases against BNP leaders and activists. He said the road march will be held from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on July 18 from Gaptoli to Jatrabari to press home the 1 point demand. The like-minded parties who are in simultaneous movement with BNP have announced a joint movement to oust the government. At the same time, it has been announced to participate in the Road March program on July 18 and 19. Leaders of like-minded parties of BNP say that after this announcement, the street movement will be stronger. Leaders of like-minded parties said the announcement of this 1 point demand will accelerate the movement to topple the government. At this time, the leaders of BNP partner parties called on all progressive organizations to join the movement.